Hello Cambly learners, it's me, Cambly tutor Yuri. Today we're going to explore a new topic, modals of necessity. Modals of necessity are special verbs that we use to express the necessity or the importance of something. It's an important concept in English, and today we'll learn how to use these modals to talk about necessities. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Modals are auxiliary verbs that help us express various meanings such as ability, permission, probability, like we covered in the last video, and in this case, today, necessity, the level of importance. Modals of necessity allow us to discuss how important something might be. Modals are auxiliary verbs, and auxiliary verbs are kind of like helper verbs, smaller verbs that help to support the main verb in a sentence. Our first modal of necessity is must. Must is used to express a strong requirement or a strong necessity. For example, you must wear a seatbelt while driving. Means it is necessary for you to wear a seatbelt for your safety. So, you may have noticed must is like a helper verb to the main verb wear, and this modal of necessity helps to give a level of importance. How necessary? Very necessary. You must wear a seatbelt. Here's another example of must. I must finish my homework tonight. Means it is required for me to complete my homework by tonight. Okay. I think it's clear now. So let's move on to a few more modals of necessity. Next, we have the modal have to. Have to is used to express an obligation or a necessity. For example, I have to go to work tomorrow means it is necessary for me to go to work. Here's another example. Children have to attend school means it's obligatory. Obligatory means you cannot miss it. It is necessary for children to go to school. Moving on, we have need to. Need to is used to express a requirement or necessity. For example, I need to buy groceries means it is necessary for me to purchase groceries. Here's another example. She needs to study for her exam means it is required for her to study. It is necessary. It's not as strong as have to, but still quite a high level of need. Now let's talk about should. Should is used to express a recommendation or advice to probably do this or that. To probably do it because it's necessary. For example, you should drink plenty of water means it is a good idea or it's necessary for you to drink lots of water. Here's another example. We should be on time for the meeting means it is important or necessary for us to arrive on time. It's a good idea. Not nearly as strong as need to or have to, but still important. Should. Lastly, we have ought to. Ought to is used to express a strong recommendation or a moral obligation. For example, you ought to help others in need means it is a moral duty, something within us that we know is right. It's the right thing to do, or it's necessary to assist those who need help. Ought to. Here's another example. He ought to apologize for his behavior means it is necessary or it's expected for him to say sorry. Now, let's practice using these modals of necessity in sentences. Must. This is a pretty strong need to do something. You must brush your teeth before going to bed. Have to. A very strong necessity to do something. I have to finish my work before the deadline. Need to. Again, a high need to do something. Maybe not as strong as have to, but still quite necessary. We need to save money for our future. Should. This is advice to probably do something. You should exercise regularly for good health. And ought to. A moral duty to do something we know is right, when we know it's the right thing to do. They ought to be respectful to their elders. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Cambly, Cambly gives you instant access to friendly, native English speakers like me. You can take English lessons anytime, anywhere, right from your phone or computer. So schedule your next lesson with me or any of our amazing tutors using the link below. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, bye.